Hayy's origins and early life. The story begins with two possible accounts of Hayy's birth, one mystical and one more naturalistic. The mystical version suggests that he was miraculously created from clay, much like Adam, symbolizing the pure and untainted nature of the soul. The second version, more pragmatic, describes him as the illegitimate child of a princess who, to protect him, placed him in a wooden ark and set him adrift in the sea, where he eventually landed on a deserted island. This duality hints at both the divine origin of human consciousness and the possibility of enlightenment through human experience. Raised by a nurturing doe, Hayy survives by instinct at first, much like an animal. However, as he matures, he begins to use his intellect to explore his environment, making tools, understanding the elements, and mastering survival techniques. His journey represents the gradual awakening of human consciousness from a state of mere existence to deep self-awareness. The path to knowledge and spiritual awakening. Hayy's intellectual and spiritual evolution unfolds in stages, understanding the physical world. Through careful observation and reasoning, Hayy learns about fire, the properties of nature, and the laws governing the material world. His analytical thinking mirrors the empirical methods of Aristotle as he categorizes and experiments with his surroundings. The discovery of life and death, the turning point in his spiritual journey, comes when his doe mother dies. Curious about the nature of life, Hayy dissects her body, trying to find the essence that once animated her. He realizes that the physical body is only a vessel for something higher, the immaterial soul. This marks his first step toward understanding the metaphysical as he begins to contemplate the source of life itself, recognition of a higher reality. Through his observations, Hayy concludes that all things in the universe are governed by order and harmony, leading him to infer the existence of a singular, supreme creator. He realizes that this divine source is beyond physical form, existing as pure intellect and being. His understanding aligns with the Neoplatonic idea of the one, a transcendent reality from which all existence flows. Mystical union with the divine. As his wisdom deepens, Hayy begins practicing asceticism, withdrawing from physical needs and distractions. He enters states of deep meditation, muraqabah, seeking direct experience of God beyond intellectual reasoning. This stage closely mirrors the Sufi concept of fana, annihilation of the self, where the soul dissolves into divine presence, achieving complete spiritual enlightenment. Encounter with human society. After years of solitary contemplation, Hayy encounters Abzal, a pious man who arrives on the island. Abzal is a follower of an organized religion, practicing rituals and prayers, yet he is drawn to seclusion for deeper spiritual connection. When he meets Hayy, he is astonished to find that the islander, without any scripture or teacher, has already arrived at profound spiritual truths purely through reason and intuition. Curious about human society, Hayy follows Abzal to the mainland, where he meets religious scholars and ordinary people. He soon realizes that most people are attached to the external forms of religion, rituals, dogma, and societal norms without grasping their deeper spiritual essence. Though he tries to share his enlightenment, he finds that the masses are resistant to his teachings as they are bound by convention and unable to transcend material concerns. Recognizing their limitations, Hayy concludes that while religion provides guidance for the common people, true spiritual realization is an inner journey that few are willing or able to undertake. Understanding that his wisdom is not meant for everyone, he chooses to return to his island, embracing solitude and divine contemplation. Spiritual themes and lessons. The path to God is within. Hayy's journey reflects the idea that divine truth is accessible not only through religious doctrine but through inner contemplation and direct experience. This aligns with Sufi teachings, where the heart is seen as the true seeker of God. Reason and revelation can coexist. The novel suggests that both rational philosophy and religious faith can lead to the same ultimate truth. Hayy reaches divine knowledge through intellect, while Abzal follows the path of revealed religion. Both find fulfillment in seeking God. Mysticism versus organized religion. Ibn Tufayl critiques how religion, when institutionalized, can become rigid and superficial, losing its deeper spiritual essence. True seekers, like Hayy, must go beyond external practices to attain real enlightenment. Solitude as a means of spiritual awakening. Hayy's decision to return to isolation symbolizes the mystic's retreat from worldly distractions to focus entirely on the divine. It reflects the Sufi tradition of withdrawing from society to cultivate a pure connection with God. Conclusion: Hayy ibn Yaqzan is more than just a philosophical novel. It is a spiritual roadmap that illustrates how human intellect and inner intuition can lead to profound divine awareness. Ibn Tufayl presents a vision where the highest form of existence is not in worldly success or blind religious adherence, but in direct, personal communion with the divine. The book serves as both a philosophical treatise and a mystical allegory, inviting readers to reflect on their own spiritual journey and the nature of ultimate truth.